I'm Pedro, and I will introduce you the Momet project that I made in collaboration with all the people that you can see in the slide. In this presentation, I will talk about the mobile observations, the Momet principle. I will talk more about how Momet works, and I will talk about challenges and future works. So first of all, why do we made Momet? Each year there are meteor shower outbursts that happened, and there already are fixed devices that perform meteor shower observations, but sometimes the orbital geometry or the weather may prevent the observations. And MOMET, which stands for Meteor Observation, Mobile Observation of Meteor, will allow us to go in another place to get a better orbital geometry and the weather. Improving the meteor shower observation is good, but knowing why we made these observations is interesting too. In fact, each instrument included inside the MOMET suitcase is designed to make a specific measure which will allow us to answer to a specific scientific question. For instance, we can know more about comet activity, ground lifetime expectancy, and cometary grain formation by measuring the ZHR, the size frequency distribution, thanks to the wide field of view cameras included inside the MOMET suitcase. We can know more about the cometary grain composition by looking at atomic abundances thanks to the spectroscopy instrument. We also can know more about the parent object that generates the meteor shower thanks to the measure of tensile strength that we can get by setting up a double station with two MOMET suitcases that look at the same spot in the sky and allows to get a three-dimensional trajectory. And we can also get information about the origin and the age of the stream by looking at by measuring the orbit characteristics, also thanks to the double station and the narrow field of view cameras. We made our goal is to guarantee the observation success and be sure to not miss any information that we can get about meteor shower. So to achieve that, we need a worldwide network like FreePON or a mobile station like Airplane Campaigns Malbec project or our MOMET project. Actually, there are two MOMET cases that have been that allows to perform a double station observation. Each of the case contains two wide field of view cameras and three narrow field of view cameras, and also a grating for spectroscopy. To dig more deeply into the hardware characteristics of the instruments, there is orientable cameras. The brand is Basler and DMK, and they include an IMX274 sensor, 6 and 12 millimeter lens with the f number of 1.4. One of the cases is equipped with Odroid XU4Q computers, and the other one is equipped with Raspberry Pi 4 single board computers. There is also a GPS antenna to get information about the location and the time, and the bubble level to make the horizontality. The case with all the mechanics, electronics, power supply has been made by the Medan Observatory. Each case weighs 15 kilos and has a consumption of 150 watts. It can be connected to the domestic power or to a car battery that can gives power for around 8 hours. About the software, the detection is made by the detection of the meteors is made by RMS software that has been written by Denis Vida and its collaborators. The acquisition is made by the GStreamer software with Aravis plugin, and we adapt the installation intended to be performed on a Raspberry to be compatible on the Odroid. About the user interface, we can get the informations about each camera by selecting it through their IP address that is given by the DHCP server. We also can access to a live stream that shows us what the camera sees, and we also can tweak the camera settings. We can get the GPS time and location. We can edit the RMS software configuration, upload the masks, and show and look at the logs of RMS. About the development part, we faced some issues. In Odroid, there is a low memory, which makes the OS, the operating system, crash when we perform the installation of the dependencies. To solve this issue, we made a temporary swap, which is a file that we write on a hard drive and is used by the system as RAM memory. There was also an issue with the camera driver that was unable to find some dependencies specific to Odroid. And to solve this, we made a custom installer based on the normal one. There was also random camera disconnections. We were not able to find where the problem comes from, so we send the camera and the Odroid to the camera manufacturer, which is a Basler, and they were not able to find the exact problem was, but they find a way to bypass this issue by limiting the bitrate of the cameras. There is a lot of dependencies to install, so we write an install script to do this automatically. there is also the issue that only one process can take control of a camera and get the images. So the live view software cannot work at the same time as the RMS software. And to solve this, we made the live view software be in charge of controlling the RMS execution. And finally, there is a driver called Video for Linux, which is the default driver of the Linux operating system to handle cameras that we connect on these systems. But this driver doesn't support our cameras, and we found to solve this library that is called Aravis, and that can work with these cameras. The Aravis also provides a plugin to GStreamer, which allows us to make the camera work with the RMS software that is compatible with the GStreamer acquisition. The Momet cases are already be used on observation campaigns for test purposes, and currently they are sent to Chile for a more official and more scientific observation campaign, where we hope to get more information about a new meteor shower that will happen there. And about the present and the future, actually, there is an how-to document and a video that explains how to use Momet. And the most challenging task actually that has actually to be done is to make the software be more stable on Android devices. And for the future, we will perform a double station observation at Chile. Then we will perform astrometry, and after that, a documentation for the user interface and installation scripts for the developers will be written, and we will share all the code on GitLab or GitHub. Thanks for listening.